All right, everybody, welcome to a little lesson about the debate over slavery. This guy over there in the corner, yeah, he is what I'm going to be looking like by the time this is over. You can't tell, I've kind of calmed my hair down with a lot of gel today, but I'm just about looking like Velos. Okay, I got a long time until that. All right, so on your OneNote page where you found this, there is this little map right below it. This is called the sectionalism. And the idea is you're going to define it right here. You are going to then do the first one that we talked about right here. And then you'll notice this arrow goes this way, this arrow goes that way, and then this arrow goes that way. So it kind of goes in a big circle like this. So make sure you're going in the big circle like that. It'll make a whole lot more sense when you look at your map and when it's finished. All right. Now, you're going to be able to pause this recording so that you can fill out these maps as we go. So just remember, that's the order I want you to do it in, and stuff like that. All right, here we go. Sectionalism. John Brown. All right, this dude is insane. We're going to go way more into detail with him later. But I want you to kind of analyze this picture for a second. Look at it. Wait for it. Okay, I want you to say it out loud. We might as well talk out loud, right? I'm talking out loud. So I want you to look at this picture. So here's some cool things about John Brown. Right here in his hand is the Bible. We know it's the Bible because it has Alpha and Omega, the two symbols that represent Christ on the one side. On the other side, he's got a rifle. And under his head, or under his feet, he has the head of a Confederate and a Union soldier who have died. You can see the battle, the war going on in the background. Now, John Brown is going to become a symbol of this, and we will talk about him more in detail. But the whole country kind of starts on this whole idea of sectionalism all right before the Civil War. All right, so if we look at this, this is corresponding with this first page. Let's go back here to this section right here. Oops, not that. This section is going to be this whole slide right here. So sectionalism, what? I want you next to the what, right? Placing the interest of your region ahead of the nation as a whole. So your section is better than everybody else's section. I'm going to turn my face off for a second. So, no, I'm not, apparently. So you can see the north stuff, but just pretend my face is out of the way. All right. So in the West, they are constantly new settlers moving out there. You got people from other countries. Wisconsin is going to be full of Germans. That's where my ancestors came to before they headed on to Montana. They're headed west to go and mine and look for gold and silver and riches. The only real connection is the rail lines, which are limited at that time, and the telegraph and the Pony Express, which are coming into their own, at least the telegraph is. The South, or southern part of our country, including Texas, is based on economy, based on slavery, plantations. Cotton is king. It's all about the money, baby. Bling, bling. Cotton. Cotton is king. I need a little crown for that. Oh, cotton crown. I'm going to make one of those. Got time. You guys got time. And make me a cotton crown. Okay, don't make me a cotton crown. That'd be weird. In the North, it's all about large cities, immigrants that aren't moving west, just regular immigrants, and then industry and manufacturing is what it says under my face there. In the North, it's all about industry, it's all about manufacturing, it's all about money, just like in the South. The South gets the money from, you're right, cotton. Say it out loud. You better have said it out loud. Okay, no, I can't. All right, here is a picture of what sectionalism might have looked like. I want you to analyze this picture and then answer for yourself. You write these down or just say them out loud or whatever, so I know that you're doing it. What ethnic groups are at the table? If you kind of look through there, what countries are represented? They're kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to tell. But here, this guy is eating frog legs. Let's change to a different color, see if we can see it easier. Guy's eating frog legs, so he's most likely from France. Kind of stereotypical French diet. This guy has a big old thing of beer and some bratwurst, so most likely he's going to be a German fellow. This Native American, notice the Native American's missing something that the others have. A chair. Why would the Native American not have a chair? Maybe we didn't want him in America anymore. Maybe we didn't feel like he deserved to be there. But he was there anyway. He's eating a deer leg. Back here, you got a guy probably from Spain or Mexico eating a watermelon right there. I can't quite tell. I think that's a pasta dish of some sort. This guy probably has some vodka from Russia. This guy is absolutely appalled at the Chinese guy eating a live rat, or at least a not skinned rat. Now, what's the difference in these people and Uncle Sam sitting at the table? Hopefully you're answering those. That's why I paused. I was expecting somebody to raise their hand. But in my basement, there's nobody to answer these questions. Oh, I'll raise my hand. Oh, Mr. Sturm, how can I help you? Oh, well, I think the difference between these people is Uncle Sam is waiting for the food. He's also at the head of the table. He looks a little more comfortable. He's going to eat a turkey, raw turkey. Still has his feathers on it. Just looks a little bit different. Oh, wait, the carpet also says U.S. So they're in Uncle Sam's house. They're in our country. You got a woman in the background who is in the kitchen. Women's rights, not really happening yet. And then you got a whole bunch of people trying to come into our country. And as those people come in, the harder it is for them to relate. All right, Henry Clay. We've talked about Henry Clay quite a few times. Henry Clay is from the West. He's from Kentucky. He's a senator. He's a war hawk. He wants to go to war. He's willing to throw whatever away for the country as long as we're showing our power. So he tried to solve these sectional disputes. This dude, he can negotiate anything. He can help an 8th grade girl with her boy drama. I mean, this guy is good. He is good. Some of you. Yeah. All right. So he tried to solve these social economic disputes. And he was, again, promoting his American system. He wanted a protective tariff to protect the manufacturer in the North. He wanted a program for internal improvements. He wanted the road. He wanted the national bank to come back. And so when everything kind of hit the fan in 1820, because Missouri wanted to become a state, then he made this compromise. 1820, okay, so back to your first thing. This is going to be this section right here. So this one will be the Missouri Compromise. All right? So Missouri Compromise was made in 1820. We're stepping back in time, but this is an agreement on territories entering the Union. There was going to be a line drawn on the 3630 parallel, and it was going to say anything below that in the Louisiana Purchase would be a slave state. Everything omitted to that would be a free state. Now, we look at it now as a huge chunk of land, but in 1820, remember, we don't have really any of that. This is kind of our border right through there, roughly. So, Missouri is going to be the compromise. It's going to be, sorry, I should have done that in red. I don't have a red pen handy. Let's see if I can find a red pen. Red, there we go. All right, so red right here, Missouri is going to be a compromise. And it's going to be above the line. At that same time, we're going to admit Maine, right up here, as a free state. So the Missouri Compromise lets Missouri be a slave state, Maine be a free state, keeping that happy balance between slave and free in the Senate and in the House of Representatives. Now, Southern people don't necessarily love this. And you got John C. Calhoun. Freaky dude. See, even scared me right there. Or Velos. Or the guy that looks like, I don't know what. Anyway, Calhoun, he's from South Carolina. He's a Southern guy. He's going to be all about sectionalism. Man, check out that neck beard this dude has. I mean, check that out. It's got to be irritating. This is the guy I want on the back of my shirt. So when you guys are noisy, I can just turn around. Boom. Calhoun staring at you. Freaky. All right, so he's a war hawk from the South. He wants internal improvements. He wants federal, state, all that stuff. But he's all about this. States' rights. He wants the states to have the final say in everything. Daniel Webster, he is from New Hampshire, and then he moves to Massachusetts, but he favored the idea of free trade. He wanted a tariff. He wanted a stronger nation for the North. This is a quote that he said. He said, "Liberty and union, now and forever, one and inseparable." So liberty, union, forever. Can't separate the two. They're like stuck. Like super gluing your fingers together. Hi, Devin. My daughter's coming down to get her LOL. All right. So we've gone through the time. We've gone through all this stuff, and we've caught up to 1848. In 1848, we won all this land for the Mexican cession. Now what do we do with that? We could continue the line, according to James Polk, and just keep everything there. Other ideas came out, like popular sovereignty. And it's where the states will get to choose. The people living in that area will get to vote, whether it's free or slave. Wilmot Proviso said, "Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude shall ever exist in part of this territory." So we got the three extremes. We got split it. Okay, that would make what is now Utah a slave or a free state. Would have split California and Nevada in half. Or we got the people who are saying it's all slave or it's all free. Wilmot Proviso, all free, according to that. Oh, hey, look, I learned how to move my face. All right, let's see. Let's move it back down, though, because I don't like looking at myself. All right, election 1848. We have the third party steps in. This is called the Free Soil Party. They are all about the Wilmot Proviso. Remember, Wilmot Proviso says this area will have no slavery or involuntary servitude. Ever. As you can see, Zachary Taylor, the Whig, he will win the electoral votes and the popular vote, and he will be elected president. Just like every good Whig president, he will die in office, and then he'll be replaced. We'll talk about that later. Oh, look, Martin Van Buren, he's back. He was trying to run under the Free Soil Party. Didn't work for him. All right, California, if that line would have drawn across, it would have came about right through this area. We gotta do red. Why do I keep doing blue? Right through that area and split California into free and slave. California, most of it, just wanted to be free. They just wanted to be alone. Had some senators who were saying, you know what, we're about to destroy permanently the balance between free and slave, or permanently destroy the balance of power between the sections. All right, I'm running out of time on this because I only get 15 minutes, and that was 14 minutes. So we're going to cut it right here, and then I will start video number 2 to give you the rest of the information.